Hello peeps, welcome to Sundays with Sparky with me, Matt Sparks. How's it going? Really? That's really interesting. And funny you should say that, because I've been doing something very similar. Perhaps. It's been a week since I last spoke to you. I still have my hair, as you can see. This time next week though, I will not have my hair. I'm going to make a separate video about all the donation stuff after I've made this video. But I will touch on it briefly. The fundraising has been going phenomenally well. I've been humbled by the amount of money that people have been donating to me, and it's taken me aback a little bit. I've been kind of like a little bit kind of surprised at people's generosity and kindness. So if you have donated, then thank you very much. If you've been sharing the video around or sharing the Just Giving page around, then again, thank you very much indeed. It does mean a hell of a lot to me, so thank you. Right, now that's that out of the way, let's talk about movies and video games, shall we? Yes, let's do that. Alright, now we had a really sad loss to the movie making and comedy world this week. Was it last week? I think it was this week, beginning of this week. Harold Ramis sadly passed away at the age of 69. I was quite a fan of some of his work, especially Ghostbusters. I mean, that was, for me, that was like my childhood. I grew up on Ghostbusters. I watched the movies countless times. I used to watch the real Ghostbusters cartoon on a weekday afternoon when I came home from school, and they used to make real Ghostbusters comics, and I used to read them all the time, and I was quite a fan. I was quite a fan of the old Ghostbusters. So it only made sense to watch both Ghostbusters 1 and 2 as a kind of homage, I suppose. And they still make me laugh. They still make me laugh. Even though I've seen them like a billion times, they still make me laugh. Okay, favourite bit in the first Ghostbusters. Oh man, there's so many. There's so many. I like Louis Tully's character in the very first one. He usually makes me chuckle. But it's oh yeah, the bit where they go and see the mayor. The bit where they go and see the mayor, and there's like the 4 Ghostbusters, and then there's Walter Peck, the guy from the Environmental Protection Agency or Environmental Health Agency or whatever it's called. And Ray Stantz is like, ridiculous over here, turned it all off, which caused the explosion. And then Walter Peck's like, rah, 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 rah. And the mayor's like, is this true? And obviously, in true Peter Venkman fashion, says, yes, Your Honour, it's true. This man has no dick. It's like, so good. Oh, and in Ghostbusters 2, there's a bit where they're in the courtroom and they haven't put on the proton packs in ages. And Venkman gets his on and he turns it on and goes, do. And then Ray Stantz, he gets his on and goes, Ray. And because his name's Ray, Egon puts his on and goes, Egon. And then just gives him a little smile. That's so good. So funny. I love that. Oh, in the first one where they go to their first job in the hotel, and they get into the elevator, and Ray Stantz, is stood at the front, and Venkman and Spengler behind him. And they're like, I wish we'd had a proper test of these. It's like, oh, that's alright, we've got these, nuclear things, particle accelerators or something they call them, on our backs. It's fine. He's like, alright, turn me on. And he turns them on, and then they just slowly back away, even though they're in an elevator. There's nothing they can do. They're just like, So good, so funny, love it. And also because it was Harold Ramis, I thought I'd watch Groundhog Day again, because this is also a fantastic film. One of my favourites, I think, of all time. I'd say it's probably equally up there with like Ghostbusters and stuff. Yeah, so good. Just, it's such an interesting concept of having to relive the same day over and over again until you get it right, basically, or until you do all the right things, and the length that this guy has to go to make the perfect day. And he starts off being quite selfish about it and doing things to, you know, that would benefit him in some way, and then you see him fall into like a depression because he's just, every day is exactly the same, and no matter what he seems to be doing, it doesn't seem to make any difference, and then he just tries to kill himself over and over again in various different ways, until he comes to realise that he should be trying to do stuff for other people and not just himself. And then from then, the story really progresses, because you see his character become less of a douchebag, and you see that he's actually finding enjoyment in life and learning to do stuff and bettering himself. And it's all mainly to impress. It starts off just to impress this one particular woman, and it ends up he affects the entire town, and the entire town like adore him basically. But it's such a good movie, and it makes me laugh every time. Even though, again, I've seen it so many times, it still makes me chuckle. So, yes, I recommend all three of those movies if you've never seen them, especially as there were, apparently Harold Ramis was supposed to be writing the script for a Ghostbusters 3. Obviously, I don't know whether that's likely to happen now as a result of him passing away. I mean, I don't know how likely it was going to happen in the first place. But now that he's gone, I'd hate to see a reboot like they've done with RoboCop. I'd hate to see that, because it just doesn't need rebooting. So my advice to you is, if you haven't seen them, which you should have done, but if you haven't, then go and see it, because it's fantastic. It is really good in every aspect. It's funny, it's sad, it's more funny again, and yeah, and it's exciting, and there's adventure, and there's all sorts of stuff going on, and it's funny, and it's great, and I love it. Okay, so I think they're the only movies that I've watched this week. Yeah, they are. I had lots of catching up on YouTube videos to do, and I've been watching some live streams on Twitch, even though my internet's been a bit funny this week for some reason. I'm not quite sure why. Although I did get an email telling me that they're going to upgrade it again for free soon to 100 meg, which I was like, well, okay then. Alrighty. Awesome. So, video games. So this week I uploaded some Wolf Among Us, the censored one, some Diablo 3, and some Saints Row 4. I love Saints Row 4, I really do. I'm going to have to record some more with Suki soon, and I can't wait, actually. Literally just cannot wait. In fact, I'm going to try and get to do it today, because I love playing that game. I want to play it more, but unfortunately hard drive space says no. You may not play that game today. You have no hard drive space to record. So yeah, that's that. Been playing the very first Assassin's Creed, which started off quite fun, but then I realised that I'm literally doing the same thing over and over again. I go to one city, I climb up to the top of the towers to scout the surrounding area. I help the local citizens, and I do a few little flag collecting things or whatever. I kill some dude at the end, and then I go back to my base, and then I get sent out and I go and do that again, and just in a different city. So yeah, while I'm enjoying it and I'm getting better at playing it, I'm still finding that it doesn't have that. It's not drawing me in like some other games have, and the controls are like for mouse and keyboard on the PC. It's just, it's just not. They're just not very good. They're just not very good. I'm finding that because I had to remap some of the keys because they wanted me to like do this kind of thing with my hand while pressing that and pressing other keys. It's just, oh my god. So yeah, it is good. I'm enjoying playing it, but it's just not quite as amazing as I was expecting it to be. But apparently the ones that come after this one are better. So I'm gonna work my way through them. Also been playing a little bit of Minecraft. Managed to set up a very small kind of hosting a server on my computer so that Evo can come over and we can do some stuff together. It's literally a case of I'm feeling like I need to be creative on Minecraft, so I'm gonna go and do something, and then that happens. It's not an everyday type thing. Because yeah, I'm kind of, I think I mentioned this last week, I'm kind of trying to make some kind of adventure map, and I'll do a whole ton of stuff, and because I have an idea and I'll do it, and then I'll stop because I can't think of where to go next, and that's kind of at this point again. I'm like, what now? Don't know. So I haven't touched it since. But we've been trying to work out how to get things to work with redstone signals and command blocks and all sorts, and it makes my brain hurt after a while, so I just stopped, and I haven't been back to fix it yet. So whether I will or not, I don't know. It could take ages before it's even ready for anyone to test it, but yeah, there was a bit of that. And or not, I'm not sure if it really needs a fanfare. I decided that I had a World of Warcraft itch that needed scratching, so that happened. I don't know how long it's going to happen for, but it's back. I'm back on it. Last night I went back on and I managed to pick it up really fast. I was kind of surprised at first, but then not really, because it's World of Warcraft and I've been playing it for years and years and years. So I'm still trying to work out what the hell is going on, and because I think I stopped playing before Siege of Orgrimmar came out. So some of the scenery has changed, and so I'm just trying to get back to working out what's changed since I last played and what I need to do and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, so that's what I've been playing this week. Next week expect another big deck player, and the last 3 videos of the Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls beta. The last 3 ones will be coming out this week. I think it's the end of Act 5, which will probably come out tomorrow, and then Wednesday will probably be Adventure Mode, and then finally on Friday it should be the Nephilim Rifts, and then I think that's it. I think so, provided my internet holds up, then that's what should be going on. Also, hopefully some more Saints Row 4 and Wolf Among Us. So there you go. So you should, in theory, you should get 6 videos. That's not 6. That's 6. Or that's 6. Or that's 6. Doesn't matter. Anyway, you should get 6 videos this week. Provided my internet is alright and all goes well. I'm having to work late shifts on Monday, Wednesday and Friday this week, so they will probably be going up during the afternoon at some point, which hopefully means that my internet should be fine because it won't be busy around here at that time. So yeah. Alright, I'm going to go because I've still got another video to record after this, and I shall see you next week without any hair at all. Well, there will be a little bit of hair. The beard's staying, and obviously the eyebrows will be staying, and this will have mostly gone. There'll be like a very small amount of hair on the top. Eek. So yeah, I'm crapping my pants about it right now. So it'll be fine. It'll be fine. What hair? Who needs hair anyway? Alright, thanks for watching. I'll see you next week. Bye bye.